Hey, what is going on over in Marsh RC land? Thank you for joining us. Um, it's been a long evening. Sure, you guys have noticed a couple of different changes. Some of you guys have caught us live. We've since made some adjustments and taken a few things down, done few things here and there. No matter what we do, we can't ever be interrupted, even at almost midnight. It's part of life. Come on in. At this point. Come on in. At this point, you know, just trying. And we got a German Shepherd. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh. Yeah, thank you. Live on YouTube. I'm getting checked upon. Thank you, Don. Oh, I know. Yeah, we're all good. So anyway, sorry, that's a welcome distraction. Everybody loves a German Shepherd. It's very well trained. So I just wanted to go over a few things. I've seen a couple of you guys catch some live streams. We've had a few issues here and there. I just couldn't catch a break. Story of life. So I've taken them down, made some adjustments, and I definitely want to kind of highlight what's going to go on here in the future. So we're going stir crazy. I'm not going to lie. I can't get out anywhere. I'm sure none of us can. State of Maryland's got a threat of a $5,000 fine. DC pulled up a $2,500 fine. Shenanigans. That's the word I'm going to use. The shenanigans. Well, thankfully. Well, I don't know if it's thankfully. I don't think it is. You know what? Here's some shenanigans right here. My iced tea bottle. Hey, I made it into the box. It just irritates me that I got this really awesome bag from Carryall RC, and I can't really even use it. I used it once, twice. The first time, my dad and I went up to Bear's Den, right over by Mount Weather, off the Appalachian Trail. Gorgeous, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. You ever get a chance to go, please do. It's just the sight, the overlook is breathtaking. Yes. And by the way, the guest who happened to come in with the German Shepherd forgot to close the door, and it's cold outside. Even with the heater, it is cold outside. As I get stared at. So, anyway, back to the Carryall RC bag. I got lucky that I didn't have to pack out. I did have to do some adjustments. I found out my BRX01 is going to need some rear shocks, some things. It wasn't climbing right. I did a little bit of testing. I happened to have, you're going to hear some fun noises over here. It's part of life. I did some testing on some 45, 50-degree angles because that truck can really take it, no questions asked. And I was noticing too much front end lift. Literally, if this is the truck, right here, I'm going to do it. It was like that. It was really terrible. Anyway, so I know it's a shock problem. I know the front and the rear shocks have different oil compressions and holes, and I'm going to work with that. I'm going to play with the shock tuning, but it's biting because I really like that truck, and then I put 3.5 miles on, Timmy and all. But we use this bag. In that bag, I'm carrying here. Haha! Now I can actually get a really decent light on this one. So this. It's really a fishing box in many ways. Came with the kit. Yours might look a little bit different than mine because I have an early version, but I really look forward to using this. So I've taken some time to really think out what I'm going to have in this container. So first and foremost, those of you who might have been tuned in a few moments ago might have heard a Milwaukee 12-volt nut driver that's going to be in there. I've got the MIP hex kits right here. I keep that nut driver and I keep that on with me at all times because you never know when things are going to go, and it's quick and easy. I don't want to say painless because if it badly goes, it is what it is, but it's definitely pretty quick. Second, out of this box, and I'm going to go through what I have in this box because it is really important. Think ahead, plan. You'll notice that in my collection, I'm pretty consistent. It's either Element Enduro. I do have a couple outlier RC 4-wheel drives, or I'm using a Traxxas base. And I'm gonna do a quick little whoop. Yep, that's my shed. And that is the beast. It's the Wrecker RC beast. It is rear wheel steer and all that class 3 happy horsies. And I got Skunky. Okay, that's all Traxxas based. But I do have my BRX01. Well, in this, one thing you always want to have is a solid servo. I got a Reefs 555. It's a spare. I keep this, and you guys can see the servo horn that's already on. Hey, Bull Gear, we're just doing a rehash here last time because I'm not going to lie, life. And we're also going to put out and keep in our a shift servo. You never know when it's going to go out. You guys have seen me beat the living crap out of that poor TRX6. Things happen, you know. It is what it is. Also, in this box, I keep, believe it or not, I actually keep shocks because I've had a couple blow out on me completely to the point where they are unrepairable. So I keep 2 shocks in here, and at least one of those has a spring cap. And my hope is maybe leave some spring cap. Okay, I'll get to that in a second, Herd Shadow. Thanks for joining us, by the way. So I also keep some standard nuts, some 4mm, some 3mm in here with nylocks. Never know what's going to happen. And of course, your trusty clips for the body. I've got a million of those. I got some BRX01 spacers because you never know when you need a spacer. Just remember, it doesn't matter what platform it is. It's all going to be useful. And then I also have a binding plug. Never know. Okay, what else do I have? In this kit, I got some winch line. That's 300-pound test, by the way. I also keep Loctite because never have enough Loctite. By the way, guys, you don't have to get the Loctite brand. Loctite, I have had really good luck with the Harbor Freight Threadlock number 42. Yeah. Really? Bull Gear. I have beat the living snot out of my TRX4 Sport. That's what these are all based off of. And I don't know how. Maybe have you had electronics issues? Because that's where I know I took care of that. I've been running my 6x on a 4S stock drive shaft, stock everything except for the motor, ESC, and servo. Because I got to put my reefs. I am a reef driver, by the way, so I wanted to throw that out there. Yeah, the only I agree with you, Hurt. Only thing that I've had any issues with the electronics. I learned my lesson, yank them out immediately. It's just that's life. By the way, I pre-apologize on the backside here. My beautiful other half, Mrs. Marsh RC, is a first grade teacher in a local district, and so she's going to be actually doing some of her classes here, and so it is what it is. You got the background, do it, and we're lucky. 3 servos, 2 motors. The lower link, that's an outlier, Bull Gear, but your servos, if they are, here's my question, Bull Gear, were your servos on the stock Traxxas transmitter and receiver? If they were, unless it's the higher end one that comes with the TRX6 and TRX4 with the unlocking and locking diffs, you can't adjust your endpoints, and that's usually what kills servos. The motors and ESCs, if those are the Traxxas ones, I'm not gonna lie, brother, you should have said something because I would have told you. I told you so. Okay, I'm feeling froggy tonight. I'm not gonna lie. No cursing, but I'm feeling froggy. It's gonna be fun. Also, speaking of a lower link, I don't know how you did that though, man, because it's kind of ironic. Hey, here's some link rod ends. I always keep a couple. Actually, I have a whole little stack of them here. Also, you can see my little stack right here, so I don't want to fall out. Change in there. I go in enough weird places where I get 0 cell reception, and ironically, the only thing that might be available is a payphone. So I keep some change in there. How does that not surprise me? Send it, brother, send it. Speaking of mud bogging, now I know that these aren't my favorite quality, but these will do the job, no questions asked, top to bottom. I keep a spare set of drive shafts with me. These are aluminum, but These will get me off the trail if I'm on a trail. And that's what matters. These are set for a TRX4 length. I believe this one is for the, actually, really shouldn't matter. Worst case scenario, I'll just cut it, because these are hollow. Here you go. You can see me. These are hollow, but I keep these with me. Just because these say TRX4 doesn't mean they won't work with anything else. Your right end front. That, you know what? That one's an outlier. I bet you your truck might have landed on a rock really weird. That's my guess, because usually Traxxas rod ends don't really break that often. You have to be really doing something really hold my beer kind of stuff, because that's tough, man. That really is tough. I'm sorry that it's happened to you. Although I have seen on a 30-foot roll down a hill a rod end break, but not like that. That's an outlier. Sorry that it happens to you. I hope everything gets taken care of for you, though. I also keep, because it is what it is, I have a bunch of wheel nuts in here. I got a set of actually, these are ironically the stock Traxxas wheel nuts, because it is what it is. And in here, I also have batteries from my receiver. And guys, if you guys know what these are, I'm not gonna lie to you. These are high-end ceramic bearing from Boca Bearings. I earned some gift certificates from last year. Boca Bearings has been awesome, and I worked through. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, these are cheap, but the bearings that I have here basically take care of any problem issues. Any kind of issues with with the TRX4. There are 4 bearings on that particular transmission that like to seize, and they're the ones that are the most exposed to the elements. Right at where the input for the for the input at the outputs for the drive shafts on the front and the rear, and then there's a that's on the top left, and then also right on the opposite side. It lets a little bit in. Oh, dude, Hurt Shadow, if you ain't pushing your truck, you ain't doing anything. If you've seen my couple of those videos at the Bears Den, that's not a 30-foot drop, my friend. Your truck goes down there, that's about 1,000-foot drop. Yes, 1000. It's a long night. So 1,000 feet. It is on top of a mountain. It's a sheer cliff down. It's beautiful. I love it. Also, because I am who I am and screws are my nemesis, one of the great things about the Carry All RC, it actually comes with this bag of K&K. Never found a cliff. You will. Quick story. Dude, by the way, you'll realize that I've got a few years of social studies teacher in. There's no such thing as a quick story. Anyway, quick story. I almost had my truck fall into what is the Rappahannock River at almost flood stage while roaring, and that would have been a 40-foot fall. And if you're not pushing your truck, you're not learning your limits and driving smart, that's where you're limiting yourself. That said, driving smart also means being careful with your footing and also being prepared to catch your truck when it happens. I was able to do a video. Thankfully, I didn't have to use any of my zip ties either that I keep in here, and a couple, my random receiver. I was able to just do my thing. I'm building a course in my backyard, and there was a couple of spots that you'll see in the video where instead of being in front or behind or along with the truck, I'm on top of it. And that's because Tippy Timmy, the BRX01 over there, it's hiding back over there. I didn't really want it to fall the 30 feet into the creek bed. on a hard body that would probably explode, and I just didn't want to deal with that. I'm sure you guys could feel my sentiments. So that said, Timmy also has a dedicated set of bearings because they will go. I haven't even honestly, I haven't even opened it. Oh, I got 2 sets of bearings. Ooh, I never even realized that. I haven't even opened this. So outside of that, some of the things that I also really like about this Carry All C bag. Now I've got to update this. It comes with a really nice little first aid kit, but because the Boom Racing truck is called Snakebite because of my little travel on Copperhead Road earlier this year, I want to put a Snakebite kit in here, and also a stingies in case you get like bit by hornets and whatnot. But that's my luck, This story of my life. All right, what else do I got in this little treasure trove of stuff? All right, here's really cool. This comes from Power Shift RC, and it is a work light. Well, it's USB powered. Okay, that's cool. But where does it come in from? And thinking ahead, I'm in a process of doing a side project of changing all of my connectors. So this one needs done too. I got to take care of my Camel Trophy truck to XT60. Part of that is, Tippy Timmy is. I got a couple small things to take care of, but we'll be good there. The Power Shift actually makes a plug a 3S battery in here, and it will take care of business. And I can then use my light. I can then charge my phone. I can do a whole bunch of stuff, and that's really cool. So Hurt Shadow, you've actually seen Tippy Timmy run. It's a really good truck. I actually really like it. When I had talked to Jason Sang at Motorama 19, I told him I'm going to get one. I didn't know how I was going to get one, but I told him I was going to get one. And ironically, there's a kit. There's one up there. I got another BRX01 that's got the 90 series axles in it. Got Junior over here. Yeah, there's lots of Tippy Timmys over here. And I also have, this is my only RC 4-wheel drive TF2. And it is linked in the front, and we had to do all kinds of, that was fun. That was a late night right there. Because that was at Motorama 2020, we had to fix it. I'm not sure if you guys have actually seen it, but we pirated an HPI front axle. We have a linked rear, so I could run linked or leafed rear. And yeah, it's just a special situation. I can still get full points on it, so that's all that matters. So I'm gonna put this away. You know why? Because if I don't, I'll end up going to walking out to my little trail, if you will, down yonder, and it'll be entertaining. All right. So also Carry All RC bag. Forgot to talk about this one real quick. It comes with a nice little mat. So if I'm on a trail, especially, I highlighted that Bear's Den location. I love it, by the way. I really do. I can take it. I can put this on the rock. By the way, the rocks are like the size of my shop, which is 21 by 20. And boom, put this on here. If it's a standard, not stainless steel, it'll have no problems to stick to it because this is magnetic. Carry All RC has I don't know who makes this, but this is high end quality. I really like it. It's solid. And this will make trail repairs just a little bit easier. I tend to forget that I have this actually, but that is what it is. All right. So what else? All right. So Herb, you talked about the 10-3. Now, that's what I do plan to get one. I gotta wait, play with the finances, see what's going on. But the 10-3 will come here. I might have a Enduro and another BRX01 to build, but let's make it 3. Why not? It's not like I have to go to work for the rest of the school year. So what are my thoughts on it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know you guys got to type, but I definitely love to hear at least the abbreviated thoughts so we could continue to discuss it. I like the concept. They're pushing Traxxas. They're pushing a lot of the big name brands. I really like that. I like the fact that they are using that dig servo, using the Capra as a test bed, because they knew it was going to be a Class 3 truck. A lot of those people who like Class 3, which there's not as many as you might think, would gravitate and really push it, and they'd get solid feedback on it. Use it knowing that it was a logical sense that they would come down and come with the portal axles. Now, I know some people don't like it. Some people just are going to get that truck and take off the portal axles and then use the 2-speed and the dig. Okay, that's fine. You have to play with the gearing because of the reduction and all that. But a lot of people know axial products and they know how they're going to do it. Hurt, I'd love to hear what you got to say, man. I know you got some strong feelings. I just don't know where they lie. So go ahead. You might as well go ahead and get started. I'm good for it. It's late. We got some fun. It's going to be great. What I do really like right off the bat, I want to really start here, is the detail they went in with the Jeep body. People complain, oh, it's another Jeep, oh, it's another Jeep. Whatever, Axial and Jeep, best of friends, BFFs, that's cool. What is more interesting to me is how detailed that interior is. I know you won't get, for those Sorka guys, you guys won't get maybe not get the full 3D scale interior, but it's coming with a full roll cage on the front and the rear where you can get those points, coming with the SUV bed area, which you can get those points, coming with a driver. You can easily put a passenger. Worst case scenario, you really want to get froggy, paint the driver, make it be 3D driver. You could probably get 3D driver points. Depends on how your club is. And I'm going to kind of talk about what's going on. Uh-oh. Yes, you do. See, I even got some of my students on here. You should be in bed. Get my eyes on you. All right. So with the dig, and I really like the idea of adding that in there. Once you learn to use a dig, which for those of you that don't really know RC or just kind of enjoying it, what you can really do is actually preload the rear axles. So dig servos will stop the rear, allow the front to pull, like almost like a front wheel drive, and you can pop up onto an obstacle. It's pretty cool. Class of whole projects to build. Bull Gear, you're never gonna get caught up. And you know what? That is RC. Yeah, that is RC. Plus, I gotta give my wife a slash. Oh darn, she likes speed. She likes speed. We pretty much the day after we found out that school was canceled, and I'm sure Sir Sniper Bard was happy to hear, because he doesn't have to hear me first period. Got you. I went out and got some of the Team Associated 120 24 scale, and we run them in my living room. My daughter chases them, runs by them, take them on walks, and it is what it is. It's great times. But that was actually my first buy for it. Boogie will talk. Who knows? We might even be still on here, because I don't know if your wife likes late, but it is what it is. Oh, good. Well, good. Yes, you did. I remember going through yours. I'll get those grades updated soon, brother. Hershando, dude, I ramble all the time. You can ask Sniper Bard. He hears it. But that said, the pre-cut body kind of frustrates me in some ways, because part of the scale idea is to cut your own body. at the same time it's coming as a done kit. It's kind of like the TRX4 Sport kit. It's coming, it's ready to go, have some fun, and call it a day. If I do like the idea as well with the 2-speed transmission. They're starting to really push Traxxas that has that 2-speed transmission that is consistent. They also, and I have to look at this. I'm not sure if their 2-speed transmission, their meaning axial 10.3, would be actually. We'll talk about that in a second, brother. Would be able to shift on the fly. The only truck that I've actually seen be able to shift on the fly is the BRX-01 because they're using a planetary gear set. And everything's metal on the inside. Looking at the diagrams on the 10.3 as well as the Traxxas, there's plastic forks. So I would venture to say you could shift on the fly, but you're risking breaking. And actually, Hurt Shadow, this 6x6. Come here, baby girl. She's a big girl. Has made an appearance or two in my classroom. So just you could talk about that. Now, whether it drives or not, that is what it is. But it has made an appearance or two in my classroom. It was a great time. So is Skunky. Skunk Works here. You guys have seen this one. All right. You'll see it more for robotics than anything. It Hurt Shadow. Take 10. You're going to want to keep an eye out for a gentleman on Instagram. His name is Ghost Runner 69. He is working on a project that I think you'll really like. It'll take the Axial 10.3 from a Lexan body to a hard body with relatively minimal work. So I'm really excited to see where that goes. Shh, you didn't hear that from me, obviously. So I don't know. What else? We also some of the scale details. On transmission itself, it looks like a full it looks like a full scale transmission. I really like that. That's a classy thing that Axial did. Yeah, go ahead and stalk him. He's good. He's a good dude. He's a personal friend of mine. Also, the engine cover. I'm interested to see where that goes. Now, I know some people are going to be able to cut the hood now that you have an engine cover, this and that. I mean, I am glad that they did that. That does show some forward thinking, especially that's an LS engine cover. I'm a fan of that. Okay. I digress. You got to just see where you're going to go with it. Am I going to get one? Probably. It's RC. There's a reason to spend money. It is what it is. I got enough little shift servos running around here. I'll get it reef and get that all taken care of. So yeah, outside of this, XT60s. Yeah. Oh, I am going to take my 4-wheel steer here. I'm going to stand up for 10 seconds because this thing's a beast. Easy. All right. So here we go. And my 4-wheel steer truck. You can see this is class 3 across the board. This one, I'm going to make one big adjustment to. If you look up underneath, it's funny. It's funny you said. What's going on, Eddie? How are you, brother? I am actually going to take and actually extend the wheelbase on this just a little bit. This is a 12.3 currently. I really like to have it at about 12.8, maybe a 13, because with class 3, got rear steer. It is what it is. I can use that to get around my obstacles pretty well. And the biggest downside on this particular truck is it doesn't like to climb as much as some of my other competition does. So I want to fix that. And what's the best way to do it? As soon as they come in, 2 things. As soon as they come in, we're going with the US sticky tires from Team 6 Racing. By the way, guys, check them out. They are amazing. They're going to be awesome, and they are a real tire, which is even better. The company T-Mod 6 Racing actually has the license to run them, so I'm really looking forward. Sniper, you won't see me until September, unless we do some Zoom stuff, which could happen. I might even make myself available later this week. I don't know. We got to send it, guys. It is what it is. But I think the cover is a great idea. Refining. Yeah. I absolutely agree. I like the way you phrase that with needing refining. There's always going to be room for improvement. By the way, this thing is crazy. It's got a whole Polar Pro stubby. I'm trying to get a friend of mine. Throw some prayers out for Tom Asher with Three Brothers Racing. He's right now in the hospital right now, so please throw a few prayers out. No, he doesn't have the COVID stuff, but yeah, he's not. He needs some prayers. So that's a big shout out to my friend. But I've been trying to push him to come up with some and coming up with some ideas to push the motors to be even better. What's going on out there? Car alarms. And yeah, this truck is crazy. Once I get that wheelbase extended slightly, so what it means for those who don't really know RC too well, we get an extended wheelbase is what I'm going to do is make the distance between this wheel nut and this wheel nut slightly longer. So it might not look that much different, but this wheel will actually end up probably being right about here. So it'll add about a half an inch. In terms of climbing, a half inch actually is quite a bit. So appreciate that. Thank you. He's a good dude. Also, what we got, and this is another project I haven't even started on. Actually, let me rephrase this. This is a really cool little truck. If you don't mind my my thing. I got bored and I made that. My body, I'm not even gonna touch my body. That thing is dialed in. If I take those pins out, that on actually that and Skunk Works, it flips up. Good to go. I don't have to. I've only got 2 pins to worry about. Straightforward, straight, simple. One of my most recent purchases, I'm going to kind of shift gears here. And I really look forward to working with this truck. I have to do very, very, very minor stuff on this one. You guys might have seen this particular truck for sale up on the Axial forums. Yes, there's dust on it because that's all it is some dust from sanding when I was making my little crawler stand. The body is pristine. It's great. It's the old school Toyota SR5. What it is, though, is an Element. Wow, he's got quite a bit of duct tape in it. Oh, I know why he did that. I haven't even taken this thing off. He's got a bunch of duct tape on here to make sure that this particular truck doesn't crack. Interesting. I like it. So, what about this truck? Well, here we go. It's got the Hot Racing. I think these are 90 millimeter. They look like 90 millimeter shocks, front and rear. What I really like about this particular truck, though, is he did. I don't know if you watched my video or whatever, but he did the mod that takes the steering from behind the axle back here to the front of the axle. What that allows you to do, and I think this is a really good reason why he changed shocks. What that allows you to do then is use your lower link to mount your shock. Well, because if you look very carefully right above here, in between where this panhard meet, like right behind it, my finger's kind of on it, that's where the stock location for the shock mount is. Well, that really nicely takes care of that. And that also allows you to lower your center of gravity, which I really like. We're going to see whether I like or dislike these Hot Racing pieces. But I kind of like the look of this truck. He used the Reef's RC. There you go. I'm gonna huge shout out to Reef. And like I said, he is a sponsor of mine, but he makes great products. So that's why I'm absolutely honored to be on his team. There we go. He's got this. What are these? My gosh, English today is not my friend. Skid plates, so I get some metal points. Also, there's a 550 Hobby Wing axe. What is it? That's a 3300. Well, you know what? That's good. I've always wanted to test a 3300, so we're gonna find out how this thing does. Now, this has an XT90. I don't know if this is stock or not. I don't think it is. But what I'm going to do is actually change this to an XT60. So that way there's no question that everything's compatible. Savox, he's got actually, so he already did the hard parts on this particular truck, with the exception of the axles. I have the axle hard parts actually. The links are stock. But the links on on this is actually they're pretty nice. They are solid. The bottom ones are a little bit different though. Yeah, I'm not sure where he got those. He might have had those made. And he did the hard skid here. And the question is, did he take apart this particular transmission? I'm not sure. So that is another thing that I'm going to look into to see if he put the hard overdrive and which overdrive he put in. It is really a nice build. Yeah, like you yeah. But these little key shots, I think these are Team Garage Hack actually. These little key shocks right here, it really, I like it. I think these might actually be a little bit better. I prefer my shocks right here, almost vertical in the front, but this might actually be a great idea for the rear to get it to settle. I have to measure in comparison to I think these might actually be 110s. If they are, they're going to get changed, and probably to stock Traxxas shocks, but because I like things low. I'm a droop kind of guy. And then also he's got drive shafts on here. I'm not sure exactly who makes the drive shafts. These might be Hot Racings. This thing's got a little got some drag brake on her. But these you can feel the drag brake. Yeah, these are that's okay. I bet you these are Hot Racing. The only thing that I don't quite like about the drive shafts is this coupler. I have had these couplers go down in a couple of situations. Sometimes it happens. And then I know for a fact that take this off, I'll have to put a receiver in here. I've got a receiver, and that actually hold on. Or is there a receiver already in there? I haven't even taken this truck apart. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't even touched this thing. This is the first time I've actually even opened it. And I've had this thing up there for like 2 weeks. Don't even know. We're going to find out. Let's send it. We're live. Why not? You know what? Give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. I am not going to hurt myself. I'm just going to grab my little screw gun. All right. All right. We're back. This is how you make things easy. Why work harder than you have to? My students know what's up. Boom. 2. Is there a receiver in there? All right. So there is no receiver, but that's okay. I actually have a receiver that we can put in there. More than likely, though, I am going to probably order what is the company? Radiolink. They have they're a budget brand, but I actually really like their 6-channel receivers and their 6-channel radios. Hey, behave, Jerry. I got a student on here. My buddy Jerry's a good dude. I hope you're staying safe too, brother. I'm gonna get at you. I don't know, today, tomorrow, probably later. Hey, it is almost today. we'll talk. I got some. We got to learn how to weld here, Junior. At least I need to learn how to weld. And I almost went out to Harbor Freight and bought a welder. I was 2 steps away from the door before I found out that the one I wanted was not on sale. It was the cheap version. I mean, Harbor Freight is cheap, but it was the cheapest. So, and that's the one I don't want. I want to avoid that. No more hand screwing. Always got to use this bad girl. I love this thing. Yeah, so I think what's going to end up happening is with these stimulus checks, my job is to stimulate the economy by buying RC stuff. And I'm also going to buy, by the way, let me just highlight random off topic. Cobalt uses a sensorless, brushless setup that uses True 6S. Why not? 6S, sensorless, and if you really think about it, you can really get some control on that speed, right? A little bit of throttle control, ladies and gentlemen. It's not either on or off, but you can actually adjust the throttle position. I had a little too much RC in my life. I ain't gonna lie. All right. So that said, back to the Enduro. I'm actually going to take out this Savox servo. I am going to put it for sale. So if anybody is interested in it, you hit me up. It is a Savox SC1256TG digital coreless. This truck is unused. Let's start right there. You can see, like, there's not even scratches on the links. And those who know me know that that doesn't last very long. So that's why I want to give anybody that has an opportunity that is interested in possibly picking this up. I have no problem. I'll sell it in a heartbeat. It'll just take me 10 seconds to take this off and get it out to you. So like I said, if you guys are interested, if anybody is interested, Actually, you know what, Hurt Shadow? And actually, it kind of is not. It's not a terrible idea. There's enough room. There's lots of wires, various things, and actually, ironically, if you really think about this, this already has a brushless motor, a full ESC, as well as the battery, and has everything. Essentially has boom in your battery. So, and then your throttle control is there too. The only thing that you're really missing is the radio control. So, who knows? Why not? You got time. Or is Pennsylvania, you're in Pennsylvania, has school canceled out there yet? It's just a matter of time if it hasn't. So, and then, yeah, actually, I might even keep this truck as is. I want to use that 550, though. I really want to see if that thing breaks some stuff. The only thing that kills me about the 550 motor, and I'm going to be straight honest with you. You guys know me well enough. Hey, what's going on, Bull Gear? We haven't left. I actually gone over my an element that I picked up with 330 3300 kV hobby wing axe. I gotta get this fan off because there is no way this thing's gonna see water. That's how it'll stay cool, seeing water. I don't know. I think the only thing that turns me off to the hobby wing axe system is I can't run 4S. I need 4S. I love 4S. That poor 6x6 lives on 4S. Oh yeah, okay. I've heard. All right, so I've heard you guys have had some server issues, and it's multiple. I don't know if it's statewide or if it's just I don't want to say county-wide, but school district-wide. There we go. Just remember, I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I remember quite a bit with that. I was on the right side, on the correct side, not the with the team that wins Super Bowls and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Let's go. Anyway, I digress. I don't even know where we're gonna go here. Variable trigger speed, no ESC. Jerry, I'm guessing you've taken apart your fair share of these. So it's funny you say that, Bull Gear. I have an axe system in my BRX-01. I have an axe system sitting actually on the other side of my BRX-01, and I have this. I really do like the axe system. It's very controllable. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't do 4S. Now, can we find a way to hack the firmware? We'll figure it out. Oh, okay. That's funny, Hurt. I'm definitely entertained. You guys crashed Amazon. Nice. Let me just take a second. Nice. All right. So, but you guys know I don't own any kind of shelf queen, so this thing will see some trail time. So what I need to put in here is just a single winch. I don't know if I want to do a metal bumper or not, but I really do. See, the only thing that makes me sad is I really like this body. I almost would feel bad just to scratch this thing up. I'm okay with the body being a shelf queen, just not the truck. So I've got a 66 Chevy over there. I think I might convert over and have some fun with. You know what? Actually, a 66 Chevy would be awesome. I think we're going to send something, and it will be good. I might not even put a rear bumper on that thing and just do something janky, because it'll be a Class 2 truck. It's not like I'm going to run Class 1 with it anyway. Interesting. You guys can see my mind thinking. Now, I absolutely agree with you, Bull Gear, highlighting that's you like to do that true crawl. You know, take your time, watch those wheels grip. Actually, if you listen to, I'm going to be putting out a video tomorrow. I'm going to premiere it at 2 p.m. There's a couple of spots where you can actually hear my little tires. I put RC 4-wheel drive Goodyear Wrangler MTRs on. It just, you can hear the grip. I was thoroughly surprised by the performance of those tires, because you guys know I love me some Voodoo. It's actually kind of ironic. I only have one set of Voodoos in this picture. Meanwhile, out of all these, I've got right here. These are the Goodyear Wrangler MTRs right here. I like these for an all-terrain tire if I'm doing for a camel trophy and trailing. I really do. I do use the IROC Super Swampers for some competition. If it's muddy out, super muddy out, I go to these. If it's less muddy but more, it's a little needs tightened. But more rock, I'll go to my Voodoo KLR MTXs. What are you talking about? A number? You say send it off that bear. Okay, you keep. So I'm not gonna send it for 1,000 feet, brother. I'm crazy, not stupid. Crazy, not stupid. That's a bad thing. Oh man, I really need some coffee. That's too much of work. Too long of work. So yeah, you guys can see I built this the other day. Still got a few things to finish up, but it does its job to keep the crawlers. I was able to get 6 crawlers on here. Starting on top, come here. That's where this one will live, right above the TF2 and on down the list. It's good stuff. And by the way, I just want to take 10 seconds. It's not a 57, it's a 66, brother. I really actually kind of like this D90. This is a straight RC 4-wheel drive. This is RC 4-wheel drive as you're going to get. Like, I actually really haven't done much other than an overdrive for the transfer case. Like, it is an RC 4-wheel drive. Good night, Jerry, man. I'll shoot me a call tomorrow if you get a chance. Once you get the laziness up out of bed. This is the only motor that I have a Castle system in. This is a 1900. So I run it on minimally 3S, and I got to actually change this plug out from the Dean's to a XT60. But other than that, this truck is actually really cool. A buddy of mine in the Works RC did these high clearance links on this, and I put the Boom Racing fat axles on it. So as heavy, dude, this thing is like this truck without an interior is no joke, 11 pounds. But here's the cool part. I also have 2 winches that work. So winch number 1 is this one here, right here, servo winch. You can see I actually made a servo winch mount that hooks on to the shock loop. And then number 2 is this Warn winch actually works. Now, it needs tightened. Yeah, that needs tightened a little bit, a lot. We'll figure that out. One of these days I'll take it off. Or I'll just leave it on there and just hope for the best. We'll figure it out. Send it. But yeah, anyway, that Reef 444 is doing duty back here. It's great. I really like this. I really do like the servo in it. It's lasted for me for at least one East Coast Scale Challenge competition for a Camel Trophy. And I'm using Desert Lizards on a full troop, actually. It's kind of ironic. Yeah, man. I really like it. I have 33% overdrive in this. I went with the lower one because I just know me well enough that I get myself in trouble. But also anything over 30% does not like to be on a trail. I learned that the hard way because this thing was like 45% because I just did a transfer case flip on it, and I actually got a revolver hot. And I was all with 1056 gearing. I was with ironically the guy I mentioned earlier, the Ghost Runner 69, and it was entertaining. We had to let her cool down for a little bit. All right, Hurt. Yeah, man. You have a good one, and we'll see you soon. 27%, that's a good number. You'll get some good performance out of that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. The quality on it is definitely there. I'm not a fan of the price, but then again, what RC four-wheel drive really does well is the transmissions. The R3 is a great transmission. I've only killed a pin. That's it. And then their transfer case is just so straightforward and simple that take care of it. That's exactly where it's at. Yeah, a little tired here. But body-wise, I mean, it's D90 body. I've been trying to take this thing off for a while, but I don't know if I will. Kind of adds a little bit of a scale look to it. It actually adds a very convenient place to put on my Marsh RC sand rams that are really stupid extendable. By the way, I am going to start making those, and that's why I was referencing the welding with my buddy. I'm going to pick his brain and get a little froggy here. But yeah, so I'm going to put that back on there. That body's been through some time, and I'm really excited to really get it going. I really like this truck. By the way, KLR Voodoo reds are going to be going on this truck. I am psyched for that to happen. So yeah, all right. Let me put her back on. I don't know if I'm a fan of having the duct tape up underneath, but what I really do like that it does, if you can see it. It really does make the body more rigid. I like it, but it also makes it heavier. Sometimes you gotta just take the good with the bad. I might say just save this body and put the body on the shelf because the gentleman we bought this off of really did a nice job. I really like it. Just a nice little American flag right here. It's a classy touch. The gentleman did a very good job cutting everything out. There's nothing sharp. The lines are solid. The stickers are on it, exactly how you would expect them to be. And it was definitely cut for love. So props to you. I don't, because I got this off another buddy who got this off a gentleman. So we'll see. Still, props to whoever made this truck. Props also for doing the lowering of the links. Thank you. Very seriously, thank you. Because that is just a pain to do and have to cut everything. So I'm going to put these back. I'm actually going to put her back in her little spot. So that way it is solid. I really like the color too. The black and gold, just a winning situation. All right. All right, man. You you let me know. We're not far, and we got some trails that aren't far that in between. Worst case scenario, upon a phone call, I can grab 2 trucks. I got my batteries charged. I'll grab 2 trucks, and we can at least get off into the sunset for a little bit, and escape some stupidity, which, as you see, is rampant around here, even with nobody at work. It is what it is. All right, let's put her back up here. I really like that truck. I have to get the pins. I actually have pins on order. I found pins the other day. I just haven't put them on. I actually have my hexes right here. I'm gonna go with the STC Racing 6mm TA aluminum hexes. That way, good to go. By the way, Bull Gear, shoot me a call for tomorrow. We'll chat as long as you don't get in trouble by your wife. I'm always in trouble. I live in the doghouse. That's just part of life. So what else we got going on here? I don't even know. It's just the shop's coming along. I've got a lot to do still, but it's definitely coming along. I was transitioning from working with plastics heavily, so we'll go. Are you actually going to be on Facebook for once? You know what? Here, I'm going to shoot you a message right now because you're there. I only got 8% battery, so because we're talking about it and because I know you're there, I'm going to shoot you a message. Because America. Uh-oh. Ooh. Sure. I will get at you in a hot second. Where are you? Sorry, I know it's like, I can't even spell today. Where are you at? I'll find you online. Anyway, you know where I'm at. So, here, I'll just do it this way. Hey! You know what? I'm just going to post in your Facebook group because America. Yeah, there you are. Even better. Admin. I'm shooting you a mess. I'm shooting you my phone number. Boom. You should have it here in a second. All right, we're back. Undivided attention on you guys. So, yeah, outside. Definitely check out the video tomorrow. It's going to drop in at 2. I kind of want to hit on this. You'll see a little bit of running. I'm really lucky to have a small creek go through my property. I don't have a big property, but it's enough that I can actually do a crawler course. I have this shop that you'll see. And I also have a shed that I have been taking out over the past year or so. I've actually had to physically use a Sawzall, cut it out because it's just so dilapidated. That said, there's still some good wood in there, and I fully intend to use that wood to help build a crawler course. Why use anything that I have to buy? I'm going to get it from the Home Depot purple stack anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've got access to some rocks. My neighbor has a whole bunch of rocks. I'm going to do a small rock garden. Actually, I might even do 2 and just split the amount. Some on the hillside because I got a hillside. It's a hillside. When it's muddy, it's gonna suck. It does suck. It's hard, to be honest with you. When it's muddy, it's hard to walk up and it's hard to drive up with the little tiny trucks. But when it's dry, it is still not easy. Timmy does Timmy things. So that makes it even more of a challenge because everything is on a side hill. Even the smallest maneuver is going to be on a side hill. My thought is to kind of have an SS. So go over a little bit. If you've ever been to White Rose Hobbies on a hillside, there's an S course that starts here, kind of goes up. It goes all the way up and then comes over and then down. And then there's an area that's blind that you have to kind of navigate. by either having a spotter or trusting your truck, and kind of works its way down a whole bunch. Well, we're going to have something similar to that, except I also have to account in for safety because it is hillside. It's not like we're already on the ground. We're actually starting above. So we'll figure out where that goes. And we'll also figure out for safety of your truck too. But we have a creek bed with some really cool rock formations. We'll see where that goes. We might even have just a couple solid lines on that creek. I actually want to hold a small competition once all this stuff gets lifted and I get a little bit of course info. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to sign off here. It's been an hour. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me rant and rave. It is in the next day, and I'm actually kind of tired. And I know my daughter's going to be up exactly 6 hours because that's what she does. Knock, knock, knock. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Watch for that video to drop one more time. Make sure you slam that sub button, punch that like button, and please share it. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.